Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very first meeting of the book club meeting of the Hobby Hub. Okay, guys, so this is our first meeting, the book club, and our members are me, my sister Becca, the Becca JB, and Lori, who is sarcastically 60-something and beyond. That is our three members for the book club. Now, normally, when there's book clubs going on, libraries put on book clubs, and, other people and places and organizations put on book clubs. And normally what they do is they all read the same book, and then they gather at the meeting and they talk about that book. But, sometimes books will have like a guide in the back, questions to ask and discuss and talk about that book. But they're like over my head type questions, that's not the fun of it. And those kind of questions are harder for me to answer than, what I like. And that don't make it fun to me. To me, what's fun is when you get to just tell a person about the book you're reading, about the story that you are reading about. And you sound excited about it, and you tell her, oh, I really liked this part where they did this and that and the other. And then you might say, no, I didn't really like that part. Oh, that made me so mad. I was so mad at that person. I wish they hadn't have done that, and all this kind of stuff. That's what I like to do. So that's what this book club is all about. So, first off, I've jumped ahead of myself, not looking at my notes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our book club, and thank you for joining the book club. Thank you for joining my Hobby Hub. I really appreciate it. I would like for y'all to go down in the comments below this video and introduce yourselves to each other. Not that you don't already know each other. We might get some new members, though. Who knows? All right, that's those two things took care of. Now what I want you to do is pause that video and go and gather all books that you are reading on at this moment. Because some people, believe it or not, read more than one book at a time. If you're just reading one book, then just get that one book. And then you can come back and unpause the video. Okay, because what we're going to do, I'm going to show y'all my books, and I'm going to talk to y'all about them and tell y'all a little bit about them and everything. And, okay, now I'm going to pretend that y'all are back. You paused the video and y'all got your books back. So what I want y'all to do, as y'all are listening to me, or you can wait till after you listen to me so it won't be too hard and confused. But at the end of the video, when you're through listening to me, if this part is easy for you to do, okay, if you can go in the comments below and you will be able to write out in the comments telling us about the book or books that you are reading on right now. The story and everything, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. And you don't have to be finished with the book to do this either. You can just tell us, up to where you're at now. If that's easy for you to do in the comments below by typing it out, then do that. If it's not, then I would love for you to make a video showing your book, if it's a physical book, and talk about it there for the club. Say that it's for our book club of the Hobby Hub. That's how you could name your title. And let's start putting hashtag Hobby Hub clubs. Let's make this a hashtag. Hashtag Hobby Hub clubs is what this will be. And that way they'll all be together and can get out there and people can find them and watch them all and learn about us, and we might get some new members. All right. So, I know I got quiet. I'm checking my notes. Okay, I want to give you the history. It's not really a history. I just kind of looked up some things. And books started with clay tablets around about 10,000 years ago. It dates back to then. And so it's come up through the years to the physical books like this, and then now ebooks, which comes on Kindles, or you can do them on your phones or even your computers, laptops, all that kind of stuff. So I had gotten this for my birthday. Elizabeth got it for me. And look, that's a bunch of the old-timey pens that you dip in ink and write with. And ain't that pretty? I love that. So, on this, I have read one book on it so far. So, or actually, it wasn't really a book, it was a sampler. It was already on here, and I read it. And that's all I have read on this yet. Uh-oh, I've already got something on it. Oh, my word. Some type of food or something. Anyway, you can search. They got books on here, and you can search. I don't really like doing it that way, though. My other daughter, Katie, is supposed to get me a card that I can get on Amazon and order me some books and have them put on here. And then I'll be able to read, because I like to put in either the name of the book or the author of the book, or like if it's a series and there's a series name, put that in and everything. So, you know, that's what I'm doing with that there. Oh, look, see, every time you cut it on and cut it off, it changes. Now, look, that's the tops of a bunch of pins right there, and that's cute as well. They're all cute. I love them. I haven't seen one twice yet. That's neat. Okay, so also on my phone, which I'm recording on right here, at night, after I lay down, lights are out, I read a book on my phone. And so right now, the book that I'm reading on, again, it's another sampler. A sampler is not a full story. It gives you only a little bit about it, like maybe one chapter's worth. Actually, though, the samplers that I'm reading, it's either one chapter that's very long, like 40, 50-something pages, or it does happen to have like 2 or 3 little short chapters in it, but it's not a finished book. But I'm okay with that. I don't really like them, but I am okay right now because, I mean, it gives me something to read a little bit at night before I get sleepy and fall asleep anyway. So, you know, I'm okay with that. So the book that I'm reading, it's a sampler that has a bunch of different little stories in it. And it's Amish. So they're all Amish stories, and they're all about Amish people. But it's different people. Each book story thing in this one book sampler is different people, different Amish people, and about different things. And y'all, lately, my days, I'm 56 years old now, y'all. But I have found that I can't keep nothing in my mind and remember anything much at all. Because, like, I'm reading on that sampler at night, but I cannot remember a thing about the story that I'm reading in right now on that to be able to tell y'all. And I think one thing that has for that, too, that worries me. It bothers me about not being able to remember things very well like that. But I have read so many samplers, so many Amish samplers of different Amish people, different storylines, that, you know, I can't remember which one it is I'm really on right now. And they're so short, it don't take me long to get through them, and I go to the next one, you know, and stuff like that. So that's how that's going for me. Okay, and I'm not reading on any other books right now either, except for my Betsy Tacy story, Betsy Tacy Treasury. This is the first one, which Elizabeth had got. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to get confused. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to do that. This is the one my sister Becca had ordered me and sent to me. And this is the little girls. They were 5 years old, and I think they're about 6 now and fixing to start school. Actually, I'm a bit higher than that, farther than that in it. As y'all see, I have 2 bookmarks here. So, this bookmark is me reading, which me and my sister, Becca, the Becca JB, is reading it together. And then we'll talk about it, through text. So this is, in this big, thick book, there is 4 books. The whole thing is called the Betsy Tacy Treasury. The first book is Betsy Tacy. Me and Becca has done read that one all the way through. And then the second book is Betsy, Tacy, and Tib. And I think we have done read that one all the way through. The third book is Betsy and Tacy Go Over the Big Hill. And I think that's this one. Betsy and Tacy Go Over the Big Hill. So this is the one that me and Becca has got to start on next. And I love that they have pictures in them. And everything. But we're waiting. We're not reading that right now. We're waiting because we had started reading, first off, a love-inspired book that it's The Mountain, and I never can say that word right. Hares, something. It's the kinfolk connection thing, That's what that word means. It's the only way I know how to describe it. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But we had started out reading on them. There's 6 books in them in all. And it's about brothers and sisters. This whole family. Their grandpa died. And they all had to come to the funeral. One didn't show up. Some were late coming. They went to his will reading, and he's left them a home and left them some money. There's only a stipulation, though. They all have to come home to their hometown, back there, and live there for a whole year before they can get that. So then there's trials and troubles through each family member. Each book is about a different family member. And you go all through that, and it's been fun. And see, I'm not going to really be able to remember everything real good. But it's been fun, and we've been trying to find it. They've been trying to find one brother, Lucas, why he hadn't come back, and his story. And, some of the girls ends up meeting guys and getting with them. One girl was a runaway bride running away from a bad guy that she was fixing to marry, and thank God she got smart and ran at the last minute. And in the storyline, too, there's this lady called Darlene, and she has a daughter, Macy. And she keeps trying, she's really sick with leukemia, something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, she's dying. And she's got this daughter, and she's putting her off on one of these sisters. And, it keeps talking, and everybody keeps saying how her and that sister, Macy, and that sister really looks alike. And so we're thinking that somehow they're really kin, that they're really sisters. Somehow we're thinking somebody, I can't remember now. Like I said, I can't remember every little detail. But we're kind of thinking along the line that Brooke is the one that Darlene is wanting to put Macy off on. And I don't mean that to sound bad. She's wanting her to take her and kind of adopt her and take care of her once Darlene goes. And we think we know why, because she knows Brooke is her sister. So we think that Brooke's dad is Macy's dad. So, now, Like I said, me and my sister Becca has been reading these together and then talking about them in text. Well, it started out pretty good. For the first couple of books, maybe 3, I can't remember there now. There's 6 in all, and there's a couple of them I haven't been able to read. We both had the first few, or 2 or 3, and was reading them together. And then the next one that come about, and we were taking turns with it, with the book, the Betsy and Tacy books that we're reading. So, like, we would read one of her books, and I think at first we read 2 of them books, and then we came to this one and read it, and went back to another one. I can't remember exactly how it was. But anyway, that's why we're waiting on this, because she's reading on one of those books. And I'm not actually reading that book with her right now, because like I said, the first few, I was able to get them. Then it started happening, there's a couple of them I've not been able to get, because it costs us, even the ebook to pull up on my phone, costs us, and I can't buy it. It needs to be free for me to be able to get it. The first few were. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to, when Katie gets me that card, I'm going to try to look those up and get them on my Kindle. And then I'll have them. I haven't read with her those, but she's been trying to tell me through text a little bit about it. But that's hard to just write every little detail down, you know, when somebody don't know anything about it. And when we're reading it together, we can just both throw out there and say, I liked when they did this, and I liked when they did that. And that's easier, you know. So, I hope to get those books. And even though she's done read one and finished it, and she's reading on another one, I want to go back and read it, and then I'm going to talk to her about it, of course. And I'm hoping there's the one she's on 5, and there's 6 books, so there's one more book. I'm hoping I can get that book free and read it along with her. Then we'll go back to this one and read that book. And then we'll have one more book in here, Betsy and Tacy Go Downtown, to read. Now, once we finish all of this together, I got this one from hubby for my birthday. This is Betsy and Tacy and them as teenagers. I don't actually know if Tib is in here. There's 2 books in this one. And this is called Heaven to Betsy, one of them. The other one is Betsy in Spite of Herself. So I don't know if Tib is even in these. But they're teenagers here. Now, I don't know if Becca will try to get this one and read along with me on it or not. If she don't want to, she don't have to. But if she wants to, she's more than welcome to. But I was really excited about this one because this is the one I had read when I was a little girl. And there was different things in here that I had remembered reading about it that I really enjoyed. And I wanted to share that with her. And so we are, and when we get through with this, I know I'm going to go on to read this. Whether or not she wants to, you know, I have to wait and see. Now, the second bookmark, which is up front here, I am also reading these stories to my 8-year-old Gracie. Now, Lena, she listens a little bit, but then she'll get down and go play. But this is taking longer because this is only when they come, and then we don't end up reading every time they come. So we've only read 4 chapters. Our next one is 5, the first day of school. And that's so that's the bookmark there for Gracie when I read it to her. So that's where I'm at with reading my books. Hope y'all enjoyed that. And I can't wait to read about some of you's books that y'all are reading on right now. And if, like I said, if that's too hard and you can't do that, make a little video about it. And make sure you title it. Oh, God, my foot's went to sleep. Sorry, y'all. Make sure you title it, you know, that it's the book club, oh, Lord, video for the the Hobby Hub and put hashtag Hobby Hub Clubs. And one more thing before I go here. I'll be looking forward to watching those videos, by the way, when y'all make them. Make them whenever y'all feel like making them. There's no certain time limit you got to do this in. Remember, people, this Hobby Hub Clubs is all about fun and casual. Whatever you feel like doing, do it. If you don't, don't. Whenever you feel like you can get it done, do it. You know, no certain time limits or anything. One other thing I wanted to mention and talk about is sometimes in club meetings, or sometimes mothers even, for their little children, the children's books that they read to them, they will do up little parties for them, and it will be themed after that book, and they will even make food that was some of the food that some of the people in the story had fixed and ate. And I think that is a neat ideal. I love that. I've never really been able to do that. I don't think I would be good at coming up with a way to do food to make it go along with the book and what was in the book. What I would like to know is, have any of y'all ever done that? If so, please tell us about it in the comments below. And give us some ideals and ways to know how it would be easy for us to do that. I would like to, if it would just be easy, and if I would be able to do that and come up with the story foods that they did. Alright guys, this brings us to the end of this club meeting, this book club meeting. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I can't wait to read y'all's comments about it and see y'all's little videos about it. Alright, I'll let y'all go, and we'll see y'all in the next club. Toodaloo!